Ultimate, ultimate,
Power.
ultimate, ultimate, ultimate,
Power.
ultimate, ultimate power.
Power.
What's up, everybody? This is Talking with Tuesday, and I got my motherfucking friend Ultimate Power
Thank you,
right.
man. Thank you for having me, man.
Of course,
I
of
can't
course.
thank you enough for that. I am grateful just to be here and be able to catch up with my buddy Tuesday.
That's right.
Cheers.
Oh, hold on. Let me there we go. Cheers, buddy.
Cheers.
Love you.
Love you too, bro.
So, how you been doing with dealing with this heat?
Mm. Well, I haven't been drinking enough water.
Oh no,
Yeah,
that's
so
not good.
yeah,
Don't do that.
yeah.
Drink water.
I think I know, I
You ever
realized that.
heard of H2O?
Yeah,
Drink that.
I had to learn the hard way.
The
I
hard way. Would you fucking have
almost
a
fainted, bro.
what?
I had like a almost like a little mini heat stroke, where I just felt like completely like I started seeing like sparkles, and
When was this? This is recent?
yeah, recently. I think it was yesterday. Yeah,
Oh shit.
and you know how when you get up too fast, almost
Yeah.
that feeling where you're just like, holy crap,
Uh huh.
the same feeling, but I was blacking out.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so and I haven't really been like too like active and doing a lot of things that I used to, just
Mhm.
because of like my accident and like what they told me to like take it easy on. But I've been slowly like progressing, so I feel like I've been able to like
Open up a little bit more.
yeah, like been able to go to the gym.
Same with me. Like my accident. I had the kidney failure, and you had your. You know, you got. You're talking the accident you're talking about getting hit by the car, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
We talked about it on Johnny Tuesdays for those who listen to this. They heard it on Johnny Tuesdays, but yeah, man. I mean, those health problems. The heat fucks with you, huh?
It definitely does. It makes my ringing in my ear a lot louder. I already like have
That's right. You had an ear thing.
I have tinnitus.
Oh
And
my
for those who
god.
don't know what tinnitus is, it's basically like a very um, make it simple for everybody. If you ever been flashbanged in Modern Warfare 2, that
We all have.
bing,
We all have.
yeah, yeah, that ringing times two, and
Does
and
that still happen?
yeah,
Oh my god.
I
How
hear
often?
all the time.
All the time.
It's something that's permanent, and the only thing
So
that
if I fucking like you wouldn't even know if it was my grenade or your fucking or your mind grenade.
well, I would still hear it, but I would still have that other sound in my ear
So how often?
all the time. It's
All
24
the
hours a
time.
day.
Really?
I go to sleep hearing a ring. I
No
wake up
shit.
hearing a ring.
Wow.
Yeah.
Have you gone to look at what like our doctors like we have never seen this before.
No, they have actually have
They
several
have.
cases where people had severe damage to their eardrum, and had to deal with that. And it's something that can't be really treated because once
Oh man.
yeah, your eardrum gets damaged, it's either you get a hearing aid to help you
Oh,
with
you're gonna
your
be one of those grandpas like you don't want to hear people fucking talk, so you just turn it down.
no, no, I can't say I'll be one of those old men because I just can't see myself like having one of those. I've kind of learned to adapt.
Mm.
I've always been one to adapt to things,
Mhm.
but
Humans are very adaptable.
yeah,
You know,
yeah,
like I could say the same thing. With my whole kidney thing. Like I was supposed to stop having pain after surgery. They were like, "You're gonna stop having pain after 6 months," and it's been almost 2 years. I still have daily pain, so I've learned to adapt to it. You know,
yeah,
it,
and
humans can fucking adapt really well, but it sucks.
yeah, it
It sucks.
does.
Yeah.
And it got a lot worse recently.
Really?
Yeah,
Mm.
I recently crashed my vehicle,
Yeah,
and
you're crashing a lot.
well,
What happened? How recent is this? You all right?
this
You are all right. You're here.
yeah. Well, on December 8th, was it? No, actually, yeah, December 8th of last year, I was coming back from the barber shop.
So this is almost a year ago.
Yeah,
Okay,
just
so it's
about.
still recent, I guess.
Yeah,
Yeah.
around December 8th, I was driving the vehicle, and I was actually going down Fallbrook, and I was going through a green light, and a car that I saw from a distance being hesitant to turn, like ended up
Bring it up a little bit.
I ended
You
up
could pull it.
taking that left turn when they shouldn't have, and I
Mm.
basically clipped them. Clipped their
What, like they were going and you took the left turn?
no, they took the left turn, and whoa, what was
Yeah. What?
that?
What? Have you gone to school or anything?
Sounded like Mike Tyson there.
As it takes the left turn,
I like birds.
it's impeccable.
No, I was going down Fallbrook, and it was a straight passway, green light, 45-mile-per-hour street, and from what I remember, I just remember seeing that car hesitate, but it was a green light, so I kept going.
Mm.
Anybody's gonna keep going on a green
Mhm.
light, obviously, and I went straight ahead and ended up clipping that car because they took it
Oh.
right when I saw them hesitate that second time. They ended up taking it, and I clipped the rear end passenger side. So ended up, man, it was pretty crazy. Like I have pictures I'll show you later on. Um, Whole front of the car trashed, bro, totaled. It can't be driven no more, and I feel horrible about it just
Yeah.
because it wasn't my vehicle. That
Mm.
it,
You were driving somebody else's vehicle?
I was driving somebody else's vehicle, and
Mm. God, yeah. While you're hurt, you're also feeling like shit because you ruined somebody else's vehicle. God damn.
yeah,
I mean, that's why we need self-driving cars, right?
man. When it comes to self-driving cars,
Come on, Elon Musk.
that's a whole
Give
nother
it to us.
that's a whole nother ball game right there, man.
Would you even trust a self-driving car? Like, let's just say you got a self-driving car, right? You're on the freeway, you're doing about 60, and you push that button, and you let go. Do you trust that? I wouldn't trust it. And I want it to, like, be fucking a couple years or maybe even decades in.
It's like, when it comes to that, it goes straight to like, would you? Oh,
Excuse my cat, ladies and gentlemen.
kitty. No, so like I said,
Excuse my pussy.
when it comes to that, man, honestly, you gotta go ahead and put. Would you trust flying cars? You know what I mean? It kind of falls.
Well, I
in-
don't trust planes, so
Yeah.
it's going to be really hard for me to trust flying cars.
So there's a lot of technical issues when it comes to like automatic driving cars,
Mhm.
and then now that they're trying to even have cars that could fly, it just doesn't sound good to me because
No.
like look, there's already enough accidents as it is.
Right.
People just driving on the road, so
I mean, but these are people driving, right? So if everything's self-driving and it gets to a point where you put in a fucking address and take me to the fucking Ralph's, and it'll drive you there and everything's AI and if every car was self-driving, it would probably work. But we have to get to the point to trust it.
yeah,
You know what I mean? So it's like I forget who was talking about it, but they were like, in the future, we're gonna be like, oh, you fucking drive your own car, dude. What the fuck?
you put gas.
You put gas.
What?
You hear what Newsom? Our governor.
Yeah.
He's our governor, mayor. No, not our mayor. Our governor,
Governor.
Gavin Newsom. He wants to. I guess they just passed something where they are gonna stop selling motor vehicles in 2035. You know what I mean?
Damn.
Yeah. I don't
Oh,
know.
shit.
I don't know how good that is because in order to make electric cars, you still have to there's still some pollution involved, like or like slavery involved. Like there's these they call them conflict minerals, and in order to get these minerals to make these batteries for the electric cars, these fucking people, in Africa, these slaves in Africa have to mine this fucking certain shit to make the fucking batteries so we could drive green. It's like
I think it's a certain type of gold that they put in the batteries.
a gold.
Yeah, I think I've heard of that. Like it's like illegal minings that even where
Yeah.
grown men and children have died in just to try to go ahead and
Yeah.
excavate all these other like artifacts that they have. Like not artifacts, but I mean like minerals
Yeah.
as of like gold that they put. And it's like if you see like the phones now, these phones have gold in them inside.
Really?
Yeah, little small amounts that they use.
We're rich.
Like if they had a good amount in there, I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure they wouldn't be as well, as much as they are now. But
Yeah. You ever,
Still, they're still overcharging.
you ever as a kid, like, and I think I did this as a kid once. Like, I went to on a field trip, and we went to like this gold mining place. It's like you go into the river, and you like flake for gold. You ever do that?
No, I didn't
So
actually.
you go in this small river. I forget where the fuck it was. Some point in my life when I was a kid, I think it was a field trip. We'd go in there and we'd like put a little like strainer in the fucking river, and you'd lift it up, and there's little flakes of gold, and you fucking keep the little vial of gold, and you know
Yeah,
they'd make you pay for it.
yeah.
Oh, you found the gold?
Cough it up.
Give us some gold.
Give us the gold, or you pay
or
for it.
else. Yeah. But they really put gold in phones, really?
Yeah, it's
What does that do? Is that that's a certain metal? Is gold a metal?
Um,
Like
it's
I guess it's like I don't know. Is it a who? Can we look up if
yeah.
gold
Let me see.
or ask the young Jamie over there? Is gold a metal?
Primo. Puedes.
Lusvin's gonna ask his primo.
Puedes checar si oro
Oro.
es
I know that one.
es un
Is gold how do you say metal in
es
Spanish?
un metal. Metal.
Yeah, is oro a metal? I,
Oro is the it's a metal.
it's a metal.
Yeah, it's the most
Flexible,
electronic,
like flexible, right? You,
electronic
flexible, yeah. So you could take
important metal.
you could take a small piece of gold and spread it out real fucking wide.
And it transmits electricity
It transmits.
perfectly.
Yeah,
Oh, really?
the most important metal to transmit
Transmits electricity. Wow,
And that's what they have in the phones, bro.
wow.
If you were here, let me go ahead and just find something
Yeah,
for you real quick.
you ever heard of the Anunnaki?
No.
So Anunnaki is like this, these people that I guess they lived on this planet. You know, like you ever heard of the theory where aliens came down and they put DNA in apes and they made us Anunnaki. You know, so supposedly the Anunnaki lives on this planet that's kind of like just outside our solar system, and they needed gold to help their planet. So supposedly they fucking put their DNA in apes on our planet so that we could mine gold for them. So if you put like this light gold dust surrounding your planet, it can protect it from like solar rays and all. It's just all in theory.
Yeah.
You know, this ain't
Conspiracies
textbook.
and shit
This
like
ain't
that.
real textbook stuff. But yeah, it's like gold. I guess has a lot of and that's why we put make gold our money and all that stuff.
So check this out. It says in the kitchen drawer, most of us have a few old mobile phones and tablets, but a few probably realize that just how precious metal they contain. This is our phones.
Mm-hmm.
Did you know, for example, that it only takes around 41 mobile phones to recover 1 gram of gold? The price of gold is currently around 1,700 per ounce, which is roughly around $60 per gram. That means there's about $1.50 of gold in every junk device.
So we need 41 people. We get 41 people together. We put our phones in a basket, and we're rich.
Not necessarily, but it's a gram of gold with just 41 phones. So
okay.
41 phones that are made takes a gram of gold. So where is all that gold coming from? That's where you were mentioning earlier, all these illegal mines that they have going on either in Africa or either within our own state of California. But
Yeah, I mean, you ever remember the gold rush?
yeah,
Like when we landed on the East Coast, the Europeans landed on the East Coast, and as they moved in through America, once they got to the West Coast, San Francisco, that's where they're mining all this gold. And money, the reason why we have paper as money is because these are notes that are like, I owe you notes kind of thing, because they're based on gold. Like, that's why we have paper. So, like, we had all this gold, and then we're like, all right, so if I'm going to trade something with you. Let's skip all this gold stuff. This paper means this much gold. So it was based on a gold thing. But now we're moving into a space where there's no, like, gold doesn't mean money. Now we're going into digital money. You know what I mean? So it doesn't really fucking mean anything.
That
There's no
crypto shit.
value to it.
That crypto shit.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Crypto has no fucking value to it. Paper money, as we all know, has value to it because it equals gold. It's like a note that like if I have $100, like this $100 means this much gold. But now that it's going into a digital money, it doesn't mean anything. So like let's just say if like a fucking asteroid hits and the grid goes down, all our fucking money that we've had in digital form is gone. It doesn't fucking mean anything.
Banks, all that shit.
But like if we have gold, it's weird because it's like throughout history, we've put value on gold. We've always had or silver. We've always had our money in silver or gold or whatever. So it's like, I don't know what the fuck's gonna happen.
Whoa, excuse me.
Bless
Sorry.
you.
Whoa.
Jeez, right.
Man.
No, but I don't know what's gonna happen if we go full digital. Because what if we go full digital and some shit happens to the grid? All our fucking money's gone.
Yeah.
That's why a lot of people keep money under their mattresses and, you know what I mean? I don't trust these banks.
Or like just keep their silver and gold.
Or keep the silver and gold. But who has silver and gold nowadays?
A lot of people. You'd be surprised. I know a few people that actually carry bricks. Not carry bricks.
Carry
everywhere,
bricks.
But hold
Just on their backpack. It's like,
hold bricks in
what's
their
in the
homes.
backpack? 30 rack of beer? No, it's fucking gold. I carry mine. I don't trust banks.
Yeah, there's I know a couple people out there that like have gold that they have in certain safe locations because they believe that the grids are gonna go down.
Yeah,
Everything-
because if it all goes to shit, if you have that gold, like that's really the only value. Like
Yeah.
if you have all
That-
your money in the fucking bank and the grid goes down, you're shit out of fucking luck.
or if there's some type of like chemical how can I say like a radiation
Or like what's that called?
contamination of like chemicals or radiation within our plantations and fields.
Like nuclear power spills.
Yes.
It was Nagasaki, right? No, not Nagasaki. That was the bomb, right?
That was the bomb that
what
happened
was
in
what was the
1945.
what was the nuclear spill? It was called
That was recently.
no, it wasn't recent.
In the early 2000s, I believe.
Well, Chernobyl.
Oh, Chernobyl.
That was one of the nuclear fuck ups.
That was a big fuck up.
So
Big
there
fuck
was
up.
I forget what it was called, but there was another nuclear fuck up that was kind of like by the coast, like by the ocean, and then when it spilled out into the fucking ocean and just poisoned so much. Like I think there was like fish, like even that swam to Hawaii that had the nuclear fuck up in their system. Like they spread out everywhere.
I think it was from. It was a Japanese nuclear plant
I
that
forget
fucked
what
up
it's called.
because due to an earthquake that had occurred.
Try to bring this up a little more.
An earthquake,
You could pull it up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Move it around. But yeah, I think it was an earthquake. It wasn't. No, I gotta look this up. Otherwise, I'm gonna fucking go crazy.
Look it up, bro.
But it was a nuclear spill. It wasn't Chernobyl, and it wasn't like Nagasaki or fucking what. Those were the bombs, right?
Yeah, those were the fucking bombs that we did on innocent people.
Nuclear
But
spill.
like that's war for you.
Fukushima. That's what it was. Fukushima was the
Nuclear plant.
the nuclear plant that spilled it, and that's why a lot of people like are very hesitant to do nuclear power. But like nuclear power is very very powerful, and it's a good source of power if you can contain it. But if you fucking fuck up, it's fucking really bad. It can fuck places up for thousands of years. So it's like that's why people don't like nuclear power.
Yeah.
But if you can control nuclear power very well, you could really do some good things with it. They have ships that are, if you fill up the tank one time with nuclear power, and the ship can be out to sea for 50 fucking years.
No way.
But unless you control it right. But if it spills out, and that's why it's very controversial, nuclear power. A lot of people, they hear nuclear power. Nuclear power? What is that? What do you think of? Nuclear bombs?
Where do you get that
Nu-
from?
nuc- Nuclear is automatically negative when you hear that word.
Yeah, and
But-
you know what? Like uranium. Uranium is one fucking radioactive mineral that we well aware of that we use to our own advantage when it comes to like making nuclear weapons, such as like bombs that took out Nagasaki, like those weapons alone.
Those were hydrogen bombs, right?
No, they weren't. Hydrogen bombs were just tested in the ocean.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, they tested them in the ocean to show the other countries the type of power that we had,
Mm,
and also to show the Russians. But at the same time, Russians were creating their own
right.
weapons.
It was, like, it was a race.
Yeah,
The whole world was racing.
once we landed those first bombs, the whole world started trying to like make those type of weapons because they knew if like
Yeah.
if that we have that
Right.
and are so willing to use it like how we did back in 1945.
Could you imagine living at that time? Just reading the newspaper one morning. Japan is gone. You know? It's wild. And that's the only time we've done that. I mean, it probably was so horrible that the whole world was silent.
Bro, I remember just being in school and like seeing all these pictures and images of like people that got affected by it, people that died, survivors that now speak of it.
Would
And
you say it was in 1945, right?
yeah, 1945.
45.
Yeah.
That was the Second World War? Because the First World War was like in around the 20s, right? Or something like that.
No, well, yeah.
First World War. And the
World
Second
War
World
II?
World War II is when
After
Hitler
Pearl
came
Harbor.
and
Well, yeah, Hitler came and then Pearl Harbor after that.
mm.
But
You know what I just found out
1942
recently?
is when we got attacked by Pearl Harbor.
You know what's funny about Pearl Harbor? Well, it's not funny, but I recently went to Hawaii this last August,
Mhm.
and we were, farting around. Somehow Pearl Harbor came up, and I'm like, wait, Pearl Harbor was in Hawaii?
Oh,
I had no fucking idea. I guess I
everybody
just
just
never.
turn around and look at you.
I
like,
get. No, this was in my own head.
Oh, okay.
Me going, what the fuck? But I don't know. I guess I just never thought about where it was, or even, I was just like, Pearl Harbor, okay, it was at some port. I never took a second guess on where. I was in Hawaii, and I don't know how it came up. I guess we were like on a tour, and we were
I'm sure that's a
hearing the
subject that
history,
never gets skipped.
and I'm like, wait a minute, that happened here. Holy shit!
Yeah, I'm
Shows
pretty
what the
sure
fuck-
it gets spoken very openly about over there.
Oh, I'm sure there's like a it
Yeah.
still echoes there.
Oh yeah, man. Like I've watched documentaries on Netflix, like where it just
Hawaii documentaries.
yeah, Hawaii, like where there was spies, like Japanese spies that were in Hawaii being as like tourists, and literally,
shit.
yeah, man.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
tourists and just taking pictures of our air bases. So
Dude, China's crazy. They'll do shit like that. I mean, you know what China does now is they infiltrate through cyberspace. Just like you're
Cyber
talking
attacks.
about when they're in Hawaii as a tourist. Now they're in the fucking internet
Yeah.
and they're fucking.
trying to shut down people's power and shit.
But you ever hear about that TikTok thing?
No, I don't
So,
like TikTok.
I don't like it either, and I never liked it because I knew China was the
And Russia.
originator of it, and so this is what happened. If they back engineered TikTok, and it's the most introversive app ever. So like, if you download the app, if you have like a dead computer in your house, you just having the app on your phone, it'll go into the dead computer, and it'll take the information off of that. It'll take what you're typing. It'll take words from your notebook in your phone. It'll take, so it's very intrusive.
Yeah.
So this is a China-made app. So they're literally making apps in our country so that they can get any information, because no matter what it was, even if it's information from the military, information from fucking capitalist stores, what we do capitalist wise, like we have stores and stuff.
Yeah.
Any information. They just take it all and they fucking use it accordingly.
Yeah.
it's crazy how much they are infiltrated. They're buying land. They're buying farmland, acres and acres of farmland. And you know who owns the farmland?
Who?
These farmers, these independent farmers, because we're a capitalist country, we have independent farmers. They're allowed to sell their land if they wish. So China comes in. They're like, "Can we buy all this land?" And they're like, "Yeah, I'll sell my land. I want that Ferrari." They sell their land not knowing what's happening. China buys their land, and now they're in our land. Now they're fucking reading all our stuff. And they just didn't know because they're independent.
Did you
The
hear what they're trying to
government's
do?
not involved. Our government's not involved with these independent landowners. So they can sell if they want to. And they're selling to China. They're selling to Russia.
That's why they
Not
created
knowing
NATO.
what's going on. And China and Russia are in our country, destroying us from the inside out.
Yeah,
It's crazy. It's
yeah.
crazy. I've been paying attention to a lot of. I might sound like this crazy
No,
conspiracy guy,
no. Hell
but
no.
but it's true. It's true.
No,
Just
it's-
these little
yeah.
things that it might be like, oh, okay, they're just buying some land because they need to. There's a lot of people in China. They need to feed all those people.
Mhm.
But maybe that is it. Maybe they are just trying to feed people. Maybe they do need land. But at the same time, they're going to capitalize on that situation, buying the land. All right, while we're here, let's look around this motherfucker. What are they doing? These Americans
Yeah.
are fucking with us.
Fucking A, man.
And I'm not trying to sound racist or like negative, but just
Yeah, man. We love all the.
just of course, if it was my choice, I would have the whole world be one, and it doesn't matter. I love everybody, but that's what this is. That's what this world is doing. I'm just trying to talk about the awareness of it.
Yeah.
You know.
And you know what trips me out is that I was watching a documentary with my friend Nick, and what's going on in China right now is crazy, bro. A lot of shit's going on, like where they're apparently trying to invade Japan.
Taiwan.
Yeah. Is it Taiwan?
Taiwan.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that and
Just like
There's
Russia
communism
did
over there
Ukraine,
right now.
Just like Russia did Ukraine.
they can't vote for their own president out there. Like no. It's like
Mm.
this is your president,
Mm-hmm.
and that's what trips me out.
Dictator.
Yeah, man. And like the own government will make like people like for example the yakuza,
Mm-hmm.
they'll hire
those motherfuckers.
those motherfuckers, man.
They got katanas.
Jesus Christ.
They're gonna.
Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ.
Man.
Have you seen the Yakuza? They're on your roof. They're in your basement.
Cutting their fucking
They're getting tattoos.
pinkies off and shit. Like what the fuck? Why?
They got swords on their pinkies.
I fucked up. I need to cut my finger off for you.
I will stab myself and die for
Dude,
you.
that's insane.
Yeah.
That's like samurai shit, no?
Mm-hmm.
Where
when they stabbed them?
well they refuse to surrender and to get captured. So what
is-
they do is like in the fucking killing themselves.
Yeah. What is that? Is that Japan? Is that?
I think it's a samurai thing.
Well,
Where
were
they get the
samurai? I
fucking
think
katana and just-
Japan is samurai. Samurais are Japan, right?
Yeah.
Japan.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There's like, I will kill myself. No, don't. I was gonna do what you said. You didn't have to kill yourself.
No.
But okay, so if samurais are Japan, ninjas are China, I don't know.
No. China. I don't have much history on China. I just know.
being funny, folks.
China's like more so like I feel like they're trying to find their position in authority, and they're in a spot where they feel pressured by other countries as far as us, what we're doing with supporting the Ukraine war and other NATO countries that we've added to as allies.
What trips me out is it kind of seemed like China stood back before they did their Taiwan thing. They watched what Russia did with Ukraine. When they watched what Russia did with Ukraine, they saw how we reacted to it. So when they see how we reacted to it, they're like, all right, they ain't gonna do shit. Let's go in Taiwan. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Imagine the type
Just-
of balls it takes for you just be like the one that makes that call. We gotta go take over that land over there.
People
and
like
we're gonna
Putin,
do
Xi
whatever
Jinping.
it costs.
Xi Jinping from China, Putin from Russia, Biden from America. We got that's who we got. We got Biden. Huh? Where am I? But the leaders, like you, for real, those
Fuck, bro.
you're playing
That's
a game
crazy.
of Risk. You ever play Risk?
Man,
That's what these fucks are doing. That's wild.
I feel bad for Biden.
Oh my god.
I feel more bad for his son.
Oh my god.
He's
See all
something
the,
else.
You see all the crack he is smoking?
That's all that fucking. That's all that confiscated crack that they got. Shit that
Yeah,
he's getting. I'm
He
pretty
goes
sure.
to the fucking police station. Where's all the stuff? And they're like, oh, Hunter Biden. Just give it to him.
He goes to the government
He's gonna tell them-
evidence warehouse and my father signed off on this.
Yeah, he's the one. So he did all of this.
Man,
Fucking Hunter
fucking Biden though, president.
He's
He loves his son because he stood his ground when he got pressured. You know, when he was in.
But
that,
how can you not? You know what I
it's
mean?
your fucking son,
Yeah,
bro.
right?
Like it's like, come on.
Yeah.
Like aren't anybody who's gonna
Because-
defend their son? He's been through a lot of shit. We get it.
Especially the fact that they are a present. They're gonna go down in history. So whatever he decides to do with his son is gonna go down in history. If he goes against his son,
And
he's
whatever
gonna go against his son in history.
and
he's not
whatever
gonna do
his
that.
son does, and whatever his son does is gonna be part of the history. So,
Dude, we're
eh,
kids in the future are gonna be in history class like, and then Hunter Biden smoked tons of crack, and they have to answer
he
that
was
on.
butt ass naked.
Is it A, B, or C on your test? Hunter Biden smoked crack. Yes.
True.
True. True. True or false? Hunter Biden smoked lots of crack. True.
Hey man, last video I saw was recently, and it was something that was posted on USA Crimes, crazy website. A lot of good videos that they have that are actually that they can't put on just YouTube. That they
Where are you watching this?
USA Crimes.
That's the website.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it hosts stuff like YouTube does, like hosts videos.
The more gory shit that people can
Mm.
put on, like YouTube, like stuff like, let's say, somebody like getting in a shootout and gets taken out, and then it's
Yeah,
all-
like those crazy videos we would watch as kids. What were they? What were they called? God damn it! It's at the tip of my tongue. They were called. We'd see people's heads get chopped off, and it had a name.
like gore.com.
No.
I remember that one.
Anyway,
Yeah.
these crazy videos. Yeah.
Yeah, it's all on this website. And the last video I saw of him is where he was butt ass naked, bro, butt ass naked, and just ripping that fucking pipe, and just recording himself.
See what's he doing there? He's recording himself.
I wonder if he thinks he's making a statement,
Yeah, like there has to be an end goal there, right? There
like
has to
I'm
be
untouchable.
right, like my dad's president. I could do whatever, but right? Isn't like I want to know what the fuck's going on through his head.
Don't we all?
He's just so cracked out, he doesn't even know what's going on through his head.
I wouldn't blame him.
It's
wouldn't
like
blame him.
it's like Biden's so old he's shaking hands with nothing, and Hunter Biden's so cracked out he's shaking hands with nothing. What a fucking duo that is. I wonder how that's gonna.
It reminds
I wonder how it's gonna read in the history book.
Reminds me of Malibu's Most Wanted. He's like, just keep him on the sideline. I
Yeah,
still want my son
you're
part
fucking-
of this.
Holy shit, you're fucking totally right. Malibu's when he pulls up when his dad's giving a speech on the fucking front lawn, and all
He's
these
like,
people are there. and
Vote
he just-
for
he just
so and
pulls
so,
up.
because we
Holy
are cool
shit.
with bitches and hoes.
That is 100% what it is. Holy shit, that's hilarious.
And then you see all like the African Americans like, yeah, I'm voting for him. I'm voting for him. Like,
Oh my god.
fuck.
Oh, they love Hunter Biden. Motherfucker smokes crack.
He's cool. He
he's
fucks with the
cool.
homies
He-
on the set.
He knows what the weight is when you need it. Jeez.
Oh man, that's so fucking funny, bro. Like, it's a trip. But it, not funny as to the like he may have a problem, but it's just funny that it happens. Because
Mm-hmm.
like you would think that somebody that has it all will like go through that straight narrow path, but it's
Right.
nothing like that, bro. It's
Right.
nothing like that at all. Like you will end up falling in that like trench.
Yeah. Almost like, when we think we make a lot of money, but we still got fucking problems. It's
Oh yeah, if it's not family,
what is success? Is success a lot of money, or is it, and then when you get there, you're just like, I'm still fucking depressed. Like,
Mm.
what? So, what is
yeah, yeah, that's for sure, man. Like it's a trip, seeing people like how
you got it all, and you're
yeah, like
smoking
how they
crack,
will go
and you're
ahead
putting
and
it
just.
on Instagram.
But it's like I said, when we don't know what they could be going through, like they probably
Right.
have a problem.
Right.
But
They're humans just like us.
yeah, we're imperfect, man. We're not something that's a perfect living being.
Mm-hmm.
Like we've made our mistakes, and we just like you mentioned earlier, we
I'm good.
people
I'm good.
are good at adapting.
Right.
You know, and that's what people are just doing now more and more. Everything's changing. Like if you notice, like
Fast.
everything's changing, and it's changing very fast. Once 2000s hit, bro, shit has definitely been like changing
It's
a
the
lot.
internet, though, right?
The internet, technology, and,
The
and
whole world's aware of all of everybody else's ideas now.
yeah, because they got
So now they're
an insight in people's thoughts because of technology.
like people that weren't aware of everybody else. They're like, oh, that's how they do it. Oh, this is bullshit. What I'm doing
Or like I know what
now,
we
they
should
don't
do.
feel free anymore.
Yeah,
You know,
like there's a lot of people that go with saying that the government caused COVID-19 or whatever
yeah, good.
because yeah, because they wanted us to become more socially like incapable of interacting with others, or like not just that, or
Well,
but just
I
to
mean,
fuck.
it
Yeah,
can go the complete opposite. They could say that it went. They purposely did that to fucking lower our population. Like,
and our brain growth. Because do you believe that our brain stops growing at a certain age that they say?
well, it depends what you mean by that. Like, I believe, like,
Maybe growing
just
by
like our bodies and our brains also grow with our bodies, and I believe when we get,
our minds
like
don't
men are
stop
like around.
expanding,
Oh, what I'm talking about is physically like
growing.
expanding, and so once we hit 25, I'm sure like physically stops.
Yeah,
Then mentally, you can grow until you die.
yeah,
That's what is
yeah.
people. That's what I think
Get
people.
it confused a lot,
Pe-
right?
no, people end up living their lives to a point where they stop expanding their mind.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like, I'm done. This is all I want to do. But I think even when you get to a point of like retirement and you feel that way, you should always still pick up a hobby, still expand your mind, still continue to learn and grow.
yeah.
And there's no I'm stopping here and that's
Like
it.
I know what everything I needed to know. I could
There's
stop.
there's no that
I feel every day you're learning more and more.
100%, and that
Whether
should,
it's being a better person or learning how to like be a better business owner
yeah,
or
knowledge
father,
or
wife, or whatever.
yeah, knowledge or positivity in your
Mhm.
own uh your own pursuit and personality. It's like um I don't know, I fucking lost my train of thought. I'm sorry.
No, no, like I agree with
I had
you,
a
man.
good one going. No,
No,
but yeah,
I hear you, man. Like that's something that like I must say like
that's the weed.
it,
Sorry.
that's the fucking weed, bro. Trust me, it should be putting me out like fucking the Georgia pie, man.
A Georgia pie.
Sheesh, man. Shout out to Cookies and my
Shout-
boy
Shout out to Cookies.
Steve. But yeah, man, like it's definitely a trip, man. Like I feel like your mind could keep on
Oh, that's what we were talking about. So, okay.
yeah,
Yeah. Okay. Go
it,
ahead.
it could keep getting more and more information and retain it, but there's a way of keeping that information locked in without like completely forgetting about it, you know,
Mhm.
which is when it comes to like constantly, you know, reviewing things. Reviewing.
Mhm.
Like, what do you review?
You
You're
shouldn't stop
yeah,
reviewing. You
reviewing.
shouldn't stop going back and
Yeah.
yeah.
You know, you can never get too like,
It's just like going to the gym.
yeah,
You
yeah.
know, as our bodies atrophy, we should still lift weights and still go to the gym, just like our fucking minds. You got to keep it going.
And you know,
You got to keep learning. You got to keep growing. I
Oh,
don't.
yeah.
You can't get stuck in that. I'm done.
yeah, like, oh man, I feel good now. Like, I think I'm all right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you can, but I think it's healthy to keep your mind going and
Of course.
growing.
I just started going to the gym.
Yeah, I've started to make that a part of my life recently too.
You know, like I started going to the gym. One of my good friends, Kiefer.
Shout out to Keith.
Love you, Keith.
He's been on the podcast.
Ultimate
Ultimate Keith.
power.
It's fucking really good, man, because every time I fucking leave the gym, even if it's a cardio on the fucking treadmill,
That's my
or
favorite.
you know, my favorite is the goddamn sauna. Oh,
Ooh.
I fucking love the sauna. I just recently went to Planet Fitness. I went from 24-hour. They had the sauna, and I was like, you know, I was with EJ. Shout out to EJ. And I was like, I could do this on my own. I'm gonna go to Planet Fitness. It's right across the street from my house. I'm gonna go there. It's cheaper. I was justifying it in every way. And then I'm going here, and I miss the sauna. So I'm gonna go back to 24, and I'm gonna. It's so good for you when you work out. You feel so good after.
And especially when you're in there just sweating your nuts off, bro.
Yeah.
Like, oh my goodness.
So
Like,
yeah, not just the workout you feel better, but workout then the sauna. Oh, you feel fucking great.
you don't feel as bad as you did the night before after
Mhm.
you took that drink.
Yeah, the drink. The hardest part is getting there.
Yeah. I got
100%.
Yeah, for sure.
The hardest part. I talk myself out of it all the fucking time.
Like, oh, I'm
Once I
busy.
get there, I'm like, why? Of course I come here.
Yeah.
You know. But
Like-
then it's like,
Try to make excuses for ourselves.
mm-hmm. Oh well, I worked real hard at work today. I deserve to sit down with some popcorn and Netflix. No. Just take 30 goddamn minutes to go to the fucking gym. Jesus Christ.
30 minutes.
30 fucking minutes.
Get a quick little pump.
Yeah. And how many hours are you sitting around looking at your phone, deciding what you want to do, what you want to watch that night, when you could have been, you know, but that's the point, is it's just so hard getting past it. You just got to get there. Once you get there, it's fucking
We
easy.
just got to have that self motivation,
Uh-huh.
which people sometimes lack because of, you know, either what they're going through, but it's something that could, you know, you could apply to your life once you get that brought upon you. Like,
Mm.
like me, like I never knew that, like, well, I'm sure like I was quick to like learn that, like, yeah, you could definitely self motivate, but you got to just really think like, hey, like, am I gonna just sit on my ass all day, or am I gonna make that?
Almost like you got to hear a motivational speech
Yeah,
24
dude.
hours in your
Yeah.
fucking ears
Exactly.
in order to keep going. Because I could hear a motivational speech and be like, fuck yeah. And that day I'll be doing stuff. The
Uh-huh.
next day I'll be like, almost like I got to hear that speech every fucking goddamn day.
Hey, for some people you have to.
Yeah,
Like definitely, like, that could help a lot because
it does.
Yeah.
You ever hear stuff like that?
Yeah.
Like I'll hear podcasts and stuff.
yeah,
And there'll be like a certain guest on, like on a Rogan podcast, like a fucking nutrition guy, and they'll just get super into it, and I'm just like, fuck yeah, I'm gonna eat chicken tonight, you know,
man,
I'm gonna make decisions, and then the next day you're eating ice cream, you know, at least for me.
looking at your belly like,
Yeah, like, motherfucker, I thought I heard the podcast and my life changed. But it's like you got to hear that shit every day, because you'll get that boost and it'll work all day. But
We-
then it's like,
like
do you got to fucking hear it every day? How do I keep that mindset?
we could definitely like find our thing that gets us going, you know, and for like it could one person, it could be their family, their kids, their, you know, like grandparents or anything that like and that falls along that base, which could be used as a, you know, key to like unlock something that's in your mind that you didn't even know that you had, you know, and you know, like, it may seem like we're talking back to like the whole brain thing, which in a way it is, but really, like I said, we, well, I don't think we never stop it, like being able to retain information.
Mm-hmm.
You only stop retaining once you
You
allow yourself
decide to.
and you decide to
Yeah.
stop retaining that
Mhm.
information, and you could be a stubborn person or ignorant that just doesn't want to accept, um, you know, positive criticism. Some people don't accept criticism quite lightly. Whether it's like you could be telling somebody how to do something really well because that's how it should be done, and you want to,
They get
like,
defensive.
and
Or,
it's like the fuck,
yeah.
like no, like
When people get defensive,
yeah,
that's their insecurity.
yeah.
Yeah.
But those are those demons that you gotta conquer, man.
Mhm.
And
You got to be able to not get defensive and kind of take a step back and
dude,
oh,
I
here.
was that way.
Yeah.
I was that way when I remember being like so selfish as a middle school kid, like blaming like my dad or me not having a mom
Mhm.
for the way I was and whatnot, trying to like almost in a way make other people feel sorry for me.
Yeah.
And
Attention.
yeah,
You want attention. Yeah.
but yeah, like
You
it's
get older and you start realizing things that when you think about how you thought when you were younger, you're like,
oh
why did
man,
I think that way?
like what the fuck was
I
I
was
thinking?
such a fucking dumbass.
Idiot.
I'm such a retard. But then you start realizing things, and upon realizing things, you realize something else. You realize you're growing as well.
Yeah.
You realize, like, oh shit, me realizing things, I notice that I'm growing upon realizing things, and that's all good. And it's kind of like daunting a little bit because it's like as you know more things, you're like, Jesus, this fuck world's crazy,
Yeah.
you know?
And then when you come across people that aren't as formed as you are, and they're like, "Holy fuck, you're a nerd!" Like,
Yeah.
how do you know all this?
What are you talking about, dude? It's football game's on. You see
Fucking
Stafford? You see
Raiders are
Rams,
playing, bro.
Rams lost the first game. The fuck?
Man.
Do you watch football like that?
No, I don't, man.
I
Honestly,
watch
I'm
it
gonna
until it
keep
gets to the
straight up.
playoffs. When it gets to the playoffs, and if my team's in the playoffs, definitely watch. But if I kind of watch playoffs a little bit, and I'm the Super Bowl guy.
Yes, same here.
Oh, Super Bowl! It's like a holiday.
Anything that's like within our state, like I like to rep, and just because like everybody's got their own fucking
Mm-hmm.
city that they go with, like they got the Anaheim Angels and then the fucking Dodgers and
Yeah, it's cool to be like tribalistic to a point where it's fun, but like these people take it too far and they start fighting each other.
oh man,
It's
that's horrible.
my team.
I
You're-
hate seeing that.
Yeah,
bro. I hate it.
it's
man.
horrible. It's like this is
Like,
supposed to
dude-
be. My kids are closing. You're holding your kid's eyes. Oh my god!
No, he's getting stabbed.
You're like your kid's about to fucking bite a hot dog and like, some
Oh
gets socked in the. My
Oh.
Slurpee.
I'm actually trying to go to a Dodger game soon too, because my cousin's gonna be leaving back to Guatemala soon, and I just want to be able to
Oh,
spend a
that'd
little
be
bit more
fun.
quality time.
That'd be
with him.
fun.
Yeah,
You
we
better-
have been lately, but like
Get a Dodger dog. You better get the. Do they still have the helmet with the ice cream?
I don't know. Last Dodger game I went to, didn't turn out so great. Just
Is
because
it
of all
the team lost or just your experience?
not the team, more so like the audience.
Oh, really? Drunk people?
Yeah. But
You know what's
who
crazy?
isn't drunk at the Dodger Stadium when the game's going on?
But you know what's crazy? You want to know why these sports people are like act so drunk? Is because when you have adrenaline mixed with alcohol, it like
Adrenaline.
like if you have genuine adrenaline, like a real sports fan, and
I like
adrenaline's
adrenaline.
going with through you, you could drink small amounts of alcohol and be belligerent. So when you mix like genuine adrenaline with alcohol, that's why you see these sports fans running, in the aisles, pounding their
They're
chest.
addicted to it.
Yeah, they had one beer, I guarantee. They had one beer, and they're like, woo! They had more adrenaline than beer.
Ripped their shirt off like I did earlier.
Yeah. You did?
I did.
I would have loved to see that.
That was pretty intense. um, I just got back from being in North Hollywood.
How was that?
It was good, man. I was with my family, and it was all great vibes. Like we grilled some burgers, some links, We made some carne asada, nachos. You know,
Ooh.
we got a couple beers. You know,
Ooh.
and and
Keep
it,
talking.
man, like
Keep
we were
keep
just
going.
able to just sit outside while it poured rain because my dad actually just built.
Poured rain. Oh, it was raining.
It
Yeah.
was pouring out there. It was like literally like it seemed like a fucking monsoon passing
What
by.
the fuck happened? Fucking, it was heat wave and then El Nino.
Man, El Nino, El Frio, El Bingo. I don't know, man. All that
But
happened.
no matter what the rain, you're still having.
We're having a great time. Look, dude, my kids were having a blast, bro. Like just jumping on. Oh, my phone died. My kids were just jumping on puddles. You know, like having a great time. And you know, my dad just saying like, get them here. They don't let them get wet. You don't want them to get sick. I was like, let them.
Yeah.
This is how they're gonna get stronger. You know.
Mm-hmm. 100%.
I don't believe in keeping
It's
your
like
kids away from all
it's
that.
like
You
let
know.
them get sick. We're also making memories here.
And if they hurt themselves, they'll know how not to hurt themselves because they see what
Mm-hmm.
happened.
They learn. Yeah. Yeah. That's the thing. Like, you can't be too protective.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm a
Gotta-
protective dad, you know.
Of course. It's
I'm
like
very
you
protective.
gotta find that balance.
But then
It's
again,
hard.
I'm very protective over all of my loved ones, man. I never been
Mhm.
one to be like, oh, I got his back more than the other, you know, like, oh,
Sure.
nah. It's everybody that I surround myself with. It's either like I roll with you or I don't,
Yeah.
you know. And if I roll with you, best believe like I'm gonna be there swinging. If
Mhm.
anything goes down, you know.
Yeah. It's a different one with the kids, though.
Oh,
right?
of course,
Yeah.
different when it comes to
Whole
the kids.
whole nother level, right?
Whole nother level,
Yeah.
man. You know,
Yeah.
like it's.
I
For
talk about it like I have kids, but I don't. Yeah.
Oh man,
But I'm sure.
I love my children, bro.
Yeah.
I love them so much. Like, they mean the world to me. Like, they allowed me to like become a better person. They allowed me to like be more patient. You know,
Mhm.
and shout out to my baby mama too, cause she showed me a little bit of that too.
Shout
You know,
out.
yeah, and you know, she, you know, like definitely played a good role in my life, and my kids are gonna be good, you know, because I'm gonna make sure that at least I show them the way that they should go by, and whatever you know mistakes to make along that path, I'm there to help them get back up. You know, like
Yeah. I think
it's the whole
that's
thing of a father. You know, like that's all you want to
right.
do is just be able to correct them, because a father, what does it do? He gives you obviously advice, but you know, as imperfect people, we're gonna have to be told by somebody else how to do things the right way, which
Mhm.
is where we fall along, you know.
Mhm.
And
Yeah. Yeah. Like for a while, I had a thought where I was like, I don't want kids. I don't want to bring kids in this crazy world. But
me
like,
too,
but
me too, man.
somebody said something. I fucking forget who. I can't give them credit. I'm sorry, but somebody said something. I don't know if I heard it from a live person or something on TV, but they said like the reason to have kids, and instead of thinking the way I was thinking, like I don't want to bring kids in this crazy world, bring kids in this world so that your positive thinking and your perspective on life you could give to these kids, and that way they could spread it onto more.
Yeah,
You're spreading almost like a
knowledge,
positive disease, knowledge.
knowledge,
You're spreading that instead of stopping it in its tracks.
which is
If I
where,
don't have kids, like
yeah,
I'm stopping my positive outlook and ideas that I could spread on to, so that more positivity can go in the world. But if I don't, I'm stopping it
yeah,
in its tracks. So I was like, wow, it's like I didn't want to have a kid because I thought the world was fucked. Well, it is fucked up, but you know what I mean.
yeah,
It's like I don't want to do that to somebody, but to a kid. But I was like, when I heard that, I was like, wow, that made me totally fucking switch.
yeah,
I
man.
was like, just hearing that one little phrase, like, have a kid, not because the world's fucked up, but have a kid so you can spread your fucking love to the kids, so they can spread it more and keep the love going.
Kids
I
are
was
a
like,
blessing, man.
oh my god,
It's a blessing.
I'm sure they're annoying too.
Fuck yeah, fuck yeah. I love my babies, but fuck,
Yeah.
sometimes they're a little bit over the top. But you know,
Yeah.
they're smart, and they know how to get their way sometimes. with me and their
Mhm.
mother. I'm a weak sauce, man, when it comes to my babies, but I'm tough. I'm very I'm cool dad.
Mhm.
I'm very
I could
straight,
tell. I could tell.
but like I'm firm when it
Yeah.
comes to like
You're
don't
you're logical when it needs to be, and
yeah like
you're also the cool, fun.
yeah
Yeah.
like don't act stupid.
Mhm.
You know,
You
like
also got to teach them lessons at the same time as
of course,
yeah.
and then those lessons are gonna come with their own mistakes. You know,
Mhm.
I don't feel like you should right away like pressure somebody to like amount to something right off the bat.
Oh no.
Never.
No.
You like let them
Everybody's different.
like do what you feel is right, and then I'll be there to like correct
Mhm.
you if you need it.
And you shouldn't oppress them too much either, like cuz if you try to stop them from a lot of things, it makes them rebel even more. So it's
Hmm.
like I'm sure like I talk about it like I have kids, but I just come from like trying to understand it. Like I could see it where
You
it's
know
like
a lot of people that have kids.
yeah. So it's like I'm sure there's so much balancing going on. It's like while you're trying to teach lessons, you don't want to be too hard. You don't want to,
Sometimes you end up being like seeming like you're the mean parent, you
hmm
know, and it's not even like that.
tough love, right?
It's just like there's tough love, but like you gotta have that soft side too, like
hmm
that that hears, like gives you
And you
advice.
also, I think, gotta let kids know that you've made mistakes too.
Oh
If
yeah.
they've made
Well,
mistakes, you're not
relate as much
right.
as you can with
Uh
your
huh.
kids. I believe in that very highly, just because
Yeah.
like it's definitely helped me along my path. Like being able to hear other people to like express their like problems and say what they've been through, and like me be able to say like holy fuck, like I went through something similar too, and
Mhm.
like I was able to overcome it because like I seen how you took it.
Mhm.
Like you were able to like get yourself out of a predicament,
Right.
that kept you in a bad place, and now you're doing well, but
It it's
when,
hard because sometimes people have to learn the hard way.
yeah.
That's where it gets like, oh, like if
Do
you
you
have
believe you had to learn the hard way?
I have to learn the hard way
Now, did you
personally.
did you have to? I mean, like
That I've never had that question asked. Did I have to?
learn the hard
No,
way.
no.
No.
But I
So
think that's just the way I'm wired
okay.
because I've seen many examples throughout my life of mistakes that I could have took in and not made those mistakes, but I made the mistakes anyway.
Hmm.
To I don't know if it's that bad. Let me try. Okay,
Yeah.
I have to step on the minefield to understand. That's
Same
just who
here,
I am.
man.
So that's why I think like sometimes when people have kids, like I think that's kind of hardwired. Sometimes
Hmm.
some people have to learn hard. Some
Yeah.
people have to learn by hitting the wall, and some people can learn by example. I think that's kind of genetic
Yeah.
almost. You
Like
never know what you're gonna get.
yeah.
So it's like when you have kids, like, oh my God, is this kid gonna learn by example, or is this kid gonna have to hit the wall? And it's really hard when they're a person that has to hit the wall. It's like I'm sure from my mom seeing me hit the wall, I can understand
I
from a parent's point of view how hard
yeah.
that might be.
Yeah, of course. Like I feel like as a parent, you just gotta be that number one therapist for your kid.
Yeah,
Like not even a therapist, but just that one
be their
person that
friend too. Yeah.
yeah, a friend, and like and like
You
just
don't.
that person that's just able to tell them like, look, like yeah, like you're gonna have a good time, but like these are the risks.
Yeah, you don't want to have your kids scared to tell you things.
Of course,
You know.
that's what I definitely like don't want.
Yeah.
I don't want my daughters to not feel like they could come to me because like,
Right.
oh my god, like my dad's gonna get so mad.
Right.
Nah, like I want them to be like, Dad, like this is so and so happened. Like, all right, babe, like don't worry. Like we're gonna make sure everything's
And that's what a
okay.
father is, to
Yeah,
be there for their
yeah, man.
child. And sometimes children can't see that middle ground. So it's good to show them that they can be open.
Yeah,
It's like that's super important. I think.
yeah, man. Like like I feel like that. Like if a parent were just to just spend a little bit of time just to hear what their child is feeling and like going through mentally, then you would be able to like kind of like relate, and even if you can't relate, just being able to like hear them out is enough for them to just
Mhm.
be like, you know what, like maybe I could do something else, like instead of like building up walls where you don't want to talk to nobody, like
Yeah, like a.
trust issues, like we
Uh-huh.
bring trust issues on, like human beings brought that upon, our own children. And now it's just like, now this is the aftermath, you know? Nobody's born scared of anything. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Fear comes later in life, just like, like other things like learning, like the ABCs and stuff like that,
Through
But
experience.
yeah, of course. And I feel like as a parent, like if you were able to just talk to your child and hear them out and give them your point of thought, that's enough for them to like be able to like allow them to, you know, pick what they want to do, and other ways, like
Mhm.
whether it's like go through speaking to a therapist or just speaking with you.
It's
Like
product of your environment, right?
I
So
had,
it's like
dude, I
if
had a
you give up.
therapist. I had a therapist all the way from pre-K to the end of high school. So one thing I could, man,
They help you.
it helped me a lot, bro. And how is that I wouldn't be able to be here right now speaking to you the way I am if it wasn't for my therapist, because
Really.
they allowed me to be more open. They allowed
Mhm.
me to learn how to communicate in a way that I never thought I could do, man. Like I was
Wow.
so close-minded, bro. Like
Mhm.
I just didn't know who to trust. Being, going, I have, abandonment issues, and I don't want to get into it, but like
Sure.
the whole abandonment issues, like being lied to,
Just
like
getting into it with somebody
yeah,
deeply.
yeah.
Just like I was gonna say a couple of moments ago. I didn't want to cut you off, but I
Mm,
was gonna say something like, just to have somebody to talk to. They don't even have to fucking say anything to you. Just
yeah,
somebody to listen.
exactly.
Somebody that you could talk to that they're listening. Like that means the fucking world.
And just us like talking here, you and me,
Uh huh.
like it does something for me,
Yeah.
which like I'm like fuck, man, like I want to be able to like, you know, talk to my friend Tuesday about whatever we need to talk about, what we
Mhm.
can talk about, whatever is what we have in our mind,
Mhm.
and be okay with it without affecting my emotions,
Right.
you know. Like I said, it helped me a lot, and that's why I feel like now me being a parent, I just want to be able to like be that person for my child
Yeah.
without them needing to go there,
Yeah.
where I had to, because you know my dad's old school.
Yeah.
He's old school. He's tough love, but he loves us, but he's tough love.
There's
Old
no
school.
therapy with that.
No therapy with that.
Yeah.
You know what therapy was? The fucking
The
belt.
but the
That sounded like a gun, but
no
that's how the
when
sound is
when
for us sometimes.
when they pull it close and
Man, the won't go. Yeah, that's what the sound I was trying to
just the
make.
sound you hear it through the hallway. Oh shit!
Oh man, I made a gun sound.
You're already pulling down your pants. Oh, okay.
Oh fuck. Man, my dad had got us, but I look at it back now, like
Different times.
yeah, like I tell my dad now, I was like, Dad, like those, no kid deserves a beating, but I feel like I had it coming to me for sure. I was a fucking knucklehead, bro. Like
Yeah.
I just felt like I knew it all. Like
Yeah.
I felt like my dad was just trying
Just
to
a
keep me
smart
from
ass.
a smart ass.
Yeah.
My dad was just trying to keep me from learning what I really had to learn, and in a way, like it was, but like he was still trying, because he would still come to those therapist
Mm.
sessions, and it wouldn't always just be him being there. It would just be me and the therapist, or my dad and my therapist and me,
Mhm.
you know, um, talk about all sorts of things, like like whether it's like
Well, that's
like
good. So he came to a lot of.
yeah, yeah,
Wow, that's good.
and
Especially from the time that
yeah.
he came from, right?
But I'm grateful. I'm grateful
Yeah.
that I was able to get that um, type of like
Yeah.
treatment, because man,
That's great to hear because when I was a kid, I was offered therapy a lot, but I was always the person to deny because if I had therapy or if I was medicated, I was crazy.
they put me on Ritalin, bro.
So see, like same thing. If I was offered something like that, I would just think I was nuts. I was labeled as crazy. I
That's
belong
where
in
the
the
whole
asylum.
special education thing falls along. And then like I remember getting bullied so much throughout high school and middle school because I was in the special education programs, and not just because like I had like a mental disability, like like they call mental
You're
disability
just on
nowadays.
Ritalin, and they were like, "Put
Yeah.
him in the."
No, I was in
just,
Ritalin
just
in
pushing you in
elementary.
there.
I got
That's good.
myself out of Ritalin. Fucking.
You're just on Ritalin. They think you're.
They're like, damn, that guy. Man.
He's crazy. Put him in the.
Holy
Put him
fuck.
in special ed class. You're just on Ritalin.
No, but
Anyway, yeah.
no, man, like shit, man. That's shit was it was tough, going
Yeah.
through those moments in my life where you just gotta have to sit through it and like not have an adult to be able to give you advice as to what to do. So you tend to like rebel,
Mm-hmm.
and
Because you felt like I was just explaining, like you feel like I'm crazy
yeah,
because I'm put
you
in
think
this.
I'm crazy. You think
I'm put in this position. I'm
what,
given
gonna
this
hurt
title.
myself. I'm gonna hurt somebody else.
Right.
Like only thing that they wouldn't know is that like shit. Like I'm the one over here being like harassed or attacked and whatnot. And there'll be times where I would go to my dad trying to talk to him, and like we wouldn't be able
Pull it.
to like really have that like understanding with one another, just because like I said, my dad's old school. He's Guatemalan, like he was raised a completely different way than what people in
Mhm.
California are raised
Yeah.
in. And like I was just like, what the fuck, you're gonna hit me, I'm gonna call the fucking cops, whoa whoa whoa. But it's like shit, man, like I'm over here like
He's
being
like
12, 13 years old, coming home at 3 in the morning. Like, come on, bro.
he's like, my son's got white privilege. He's not even white.
You know, and like in my dad's head, that was the only way
Yeah.
to be able to get through your head is to beat it out of you.
Right. Right.
You know,
Because of
And
that generation.
I
It's so
had-
crazy how different generations end up being. I mean, we're learning from the previous generation how not to
Yeah.
do that. You were experienced that, and you're like, when you have kids, you're like, I'm not gonna put my kids
I
through
feel
what
like as a
experienced.
parent, you gotta teach your kids how to be a better version of you, if not
Yeah,
better.
that's what I was basically. Yeah, exactly, exactly.
Yeah.
That's an experiment.
Experiment.
Not experiment, but a goddamn commitment.
Man.
And it's an important one. And I think it's like my mind was changed about having kids. Like I think it is an important. I don't feel obligated to have kids after that. Like having that mind change. Like, oh, if I have kids, it's because to spread positivity. I mean, if I don't have kids, whatever.
Dude, like I was 22 years old and I was like, fuck, I'm never gonna have kids. I was never gonna have kids. In my head, I'm like, I'm never gonna
Yeah,
have kids.
22 is young, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then, like,
I'm
time-
almost 30, so
Me too. I just turned 29.
nice. Happy birthday.
Thank you, brother. You know,
I
like
leave the 20s soon. I'll leave you behind.
it's all right, man.
Yeah.
30's the new 20.
That's when shit starts getting real.
Kids ultimate.
That's when I start eating soy milk and not regular milk.
Oh fuck.
Eating, drinking.
Man, we're definitely not gonna be able to drink how we used to when we were younger.
No, man, it's so different. Like hangovers.
Alcohol's getting stronger.
Oh my god, the hangovers last like a week.
Takes instead of
whole
1
week.
day, 2 days,
You
it's a whole fucking week, man,
oh my
for
god.
sure.
When I was younger, I'd wake up, woo, let's go. Next day, ready to go. Now I'm
Next,
just like,
yeah.
oh my god, I need at least 3 days. It's so weird.
Need
I'm
water.
plucking off gray hairs on my
Need
beard.
water.
Get some water.
Need some water. Water. Man,
Cheers,
man,
buddy.
Cheers, bro.
You don't have nothing in there.
I do. Look. Let me fill that up a little bit. Hold on. Let me finish this here. Ooh. Jesus Christ.
Have you heard about Kevin Hart's fast food healthy restaurant?
Jesus Christ, that was dramatic. That's alright, I got it. That shit, you could hear it from the.
Yeah.
That shit went.
Have you heard about Kevin Hart's new restaurant?
Nope.
So Kevin Hart decided to make uh, a healthy fast food restaurant. It opened up in the valley somewhere. I think past the 405 somewhere. Yeah, I don't know. It's it's like all these like beyond. When they say
all
Beyond
vegan?
Meat,
It's vegan?
I don't know.
Jesus
He's like healthy
Christ.
fast food, but I get what
I
I get
respect
what
all the vegans out there,
I
but
get what he's
man,
trying.
I can't.
I get what he's trying to do, but the Beyond Meat is actually worse than the regular meat. So I don't know if his whole
Is that really like factual?
yeah, because it's all oils. It's like it's not good. You'd rather just eat the regular fucking burger, not the Beyond.
Of course, man.
It's not good for you.
Well, what do you think people were eating back in the days?
Well, we eat a lot of corn syrup nowadays. Corn syrup is in everything, sugar and corn syrup. So it's not good. Don't eat the Beyond. So what? My point is, I'm wondering if his restaurant is all Beyond fucking meat. Because if it is, he's fucking up. He doesn't have a heart. Get it, Kevin Hart?
Doesn't have a heart.
He doesn't have one.
He probably doesn't. He's a vampire, bro.
He's a vampire.
Like Dave Chappelle and fucking all them people that don't age.
You think Dave Chappelle's a vampire?
Of course not, bro. I'm just joking. Dave
No,
Chappelle's
I
a
know.
fucking wonderful person, man. Like, I wish I could just meet him and just be able to stand next to him and be like, "You are a fucking legend."
He's amazing.
He's a legend.
Do you go to stand-up comedy shows?
I love stand-up comedy, bro. Like, I just recently started going. Excuse
He's a
me. I'm
vampire, folks. He's
I'm
a vampire.
allergic to cats.
He's allergic to vampires.
Yes, I am. And my friend Tuesday is a vampire.
I'm a vampire.
He's gonna change me tonight because I told him to.
My teeth they come out. I bite the mic. He can't tell the difference between a mic and a person.
Dude,
He's just too thirsty.
man, I just lost what I was talking about.
I forgot to.
Fuck. Fucking weed, man.
God damn it. Oh, Kevin Hart? Comedy? Come to a comedy
Yes.
show. Come to a comedy show.
Let's go to one.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Yeah?
Let's do it.
Let's go.
What's the next one?
So
What's a good one?
so
I love Joey
me
Diaz.
me and EJ. Do you know who Bert Kreischer is?
Yes.
Okay, Bert
course.
Bert Kreischer. Me and EJ are planning to go. You should come with me and EJ.
Let's do it.
Bert Kreischer, Andrew Santino, Bobby Lee, and Eleanor Kerrigan, and Ryan Sickler.
Yeah, I do.
He's gonna host it.
Oh no shit.
So
Where?
it's on a Monday
Comedy
night
Factory?
comedy store.
Comedy Store. No, that's
But it's a
Laugh Factory.
Monday night.
That's fine.
Yeah. So we'll talk about it after the podcast
Let's
skis.
make that happen, bro. Let's do it.
All right, listen. I fucking love you, man. You want to end this here?
Yeah, man. Let's call it a wrap.
Call it a wrap, skis. All right, man. Thank you so much for coming on. Oop, I'm knocking shit over. Thank you for coming on.
No, I appreciate
fucking
you for
love
just
you.
inviting me, man.
This was one of my favorite podcasts, for real. I fucking awesome talking to you, and I'm gonna hope to have you on again.
Yeah, man. For sure, man. I appreciate you. I love you too, and
People can't hear you.
And no, I love you too.
Yeah.
And for everybody that's hearing, I love you guys too. And stay positive. It's good vibes. Ultimate vibes.
Ultimate. Oh, what kind of power?
Ultimate power.
Ultimate power. All right, later, everybody.
Peace out, guys. Love y'all. Ooh.